Hey everybody, thanks for tuning back into Hess Hogs 4. Today I have Hog2 Bailey with me. And Bailey, what are we going to make for everyone today?
Alligator.
We're going to show you how to make a fun recipe that we use alligator with, right? It tastes good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So what we have here, if you want to come close, we ordered these from Wild Fork, and all this is alligator tenderloin. If you look at it, you're like, hey Josh, it looks like chicken. Well, alligator does taste somewhat like chicken. And what we're going to do is we're going to treat this like a chicken wing. We're going to smoke it first, then we're going to fry it second. So these are going to be Smokafried gator bites, if you will. Now when I'm smoking these, I'm not going to cut these up. Some people will chunk them up first, and that way they're a little smaller bites. I like to keep them bigger, just for almost like a tenderloin, like a chicken tender, if you will, except these are gator tenders. We've got our rec tech going right now. We've got it set at 250 degrees, and we're using one of our blended woods. We're using our oak hickory cherry blend with that, and I think that'll go well with the gator. And honestly, Bailey, all we're gonna do with the gator is we're gonna leave it on there maybe 30 to 45 minutes at max. That'll give it enough time to penetrate it, let the rubs adhere to it. Then we'll bring it inside, we'll work on our breading mixture, and we're working on some new flavors with Cosmos. This garlic jalapeno is gonna be great in our, what do you wanna call it? Come on, you had a good name for it.
Sprinkles.
Sprinkles, no, our batter mixture, if you will. Bailey had a funny name for it, but she'll remember it and tell you later. But that'll go good with that. So all we're gonna do here is we're going to spray this grate, because we're gonna leave it on the grate when we put it on the smoker, right? Then after that, we're just gonna put the tenderloins on. I'm not gonna make you watch all of it, right? We'll just do a couple. And here, we're just gonna use a couple flavors of rubs that I like to use, and I think it's gonna have a good taste. The first one that we're gonna start off with is from our friends at Pits and Grills, and it's Papa Pat's Poultry and Swine Web, right? So all we're gonna do is hit this. Now, you can't really over season this, right? We wanna be able to taste the meat, but we wanna be able to taste the rub and everything else. So we coat this one side with it, right? And then, to finish it off, we're gonna use our Dirty Bird, but we're gonna go Dirty Bird hot with this, because one of the things we're gonna do with these, Bailey, is we're gonna make some po' boy sandwiches, and that's gonna be great. So we're gonna let it on, and you don't need to let this rub sit long at all. There's not a lot of moisture you wanna really pull out of these. We'll flip them over, season them again, get them on the smoker, probably 30-35 minutes like I said, and it'll be time to put them in the fryer. We'll see you soon, guys. Thanks for watching. Okay, Bailey, so our smoker's at 250 degrees. We've got our gator tails out here right now, right? Our tenderloins out here, and all we're gonna do is we're gonna open the smoker up. We're gonna keep them on this little cooking grate, if you will, put them on the smoker. We're gonna leave it alone for probably 40 minutes. I'm not really looking for a temperature of these to be at. If I had to guess at this temp, they'll probably be at about 120 degrees. But with this finishing off by deep frying them, it'll take them there no matter what. So enough talking, let's open this up. Step back, sweetie. Got this open. Got our grate, put it on like so, close it. We'll see you in about 40 minutes. Thanks for watching, guys.
Bye.
Okay, Bailey, so it's been right at 40 minutes. We've brought the gator tenderloins inside. If you want to take a look at those, they look great already, and honestly, they're about ready to eat. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get these ready to put in our cast iron skillet full of hot oil. So I like to keep it simple. The first thing I do as far as the wash is take an egg, right? And I like to mix the egg up first before I put anything else in there. It's just a personal preference. You do whatever you'd like to do. And once we get that mixed up pretty good, Bailey, we're gonna add a few things. I like to make sure we season every component. So I want this wash seasoned just like I want our flour seasoned. So that's gonna go in the sink, and then we're gonna season it with a couple things. First, we're gonna use Cosmos garlic jalapeno. It's a new sauce, or a new rub they got. Put some of that in there, right? Then we're gonna use good old-fashioned salt, pepper, garlic, right? A little SPG. So that's going in there again. That's just in the wash. From there, we're gonna add our buttermilk. You can use milk, half and half, whatever. I like to use buttermilk. Not a whole thing, but enough. And then lastly, just for a kick, you know, I like hot sauce.
Yeah.
This is truff. So this is truffle infused hot sauce. We're gonna put a little of that in there, not too much, right? And then that's ready to go. Now before we give that a stir, we're gonna take our batter mixture, right? So this is just all-purpose flour. From there, we're gonna put a little of our garlic, jalapeno, and our salt, pepper, garlic rub in there.
Yeah.
Not too much, but enough. We're gonna stir this first. And it doesn't take much, right? But again, all the components that are going into making this are all going to be seasoned. And then we're gonna mix our wash up again really good. You can see it changing color. I don't know if you can see on the video, but that hot sauce is really doing a good job of sitting in there. And it just gives it a whole nother layer. On top of the fact that these have already been seasoned and smoked. So the pork goes away. And it's simple. From here, we're going to take one of our gator tenderloins. I like to put the flour mixture on first, shake it off, put it in the egg wash, and then guess what, Bailey? And I got gloves on, right? So I don't want you to get too dirty. We're going to put it back in the powder mixture. We're going to shake it off, and we're going to put it on this tray. Now we're only going to do a couple for you, right? I don't want to bore you with the whole video. So this is called double batter, right? So flour's going on first. Egg wash mixture's going on second.
And then more flour.
And then more of our breading, right? So this is gonna have so many great layers of flavor. I like to give it a good shake, and I'm gonna have you come over here with me to our cast iron grate, right? All we're gonna do, and Bailey, I'm gonna have you stay over there, sweetie. All we're gonna do, if you wanna come close, we're gonna put this in. And that's what you wanna hear, right? We're only gonna do a couple at a time right now, and we're gonna let that do its job. From there, we'll pull them out, we'll put them on that, let them rest just for a minute. You don't want to give these a long time to rest because then they become soggy. We'll try a bite, we'll build our po' boy sandwiches, and we'll be ready to go. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching. Okay, Bailey, now that the smoke has cleared, we have got our alligator tenderloins nice and deep fried. If you want to come take a closer look, we've done a couple things with it. We've made a po' boy sandwich, and I'll just show you how I do that, right? I go to Schnucks, I get some French bread, I cut it in half, I broil it, put a little butter on it so it's nice and crispy. After that, on the bottom of it, I put a little of this remoulade sauce on it. On the bottom, I put the gator on top of it, and then it's simple. We get it from our garden, but some lettuce, some tomato, some onion. It makes a great looking sandwich, you can see there. And Bailey, I think we've talked enough about this. You ready to try a bite, sweetie? I know I've already had a bite. It's pretty good. If you want to come close, just before we bite into it, you can see that's nice and done. It's got a little smoke ring to it, but again, it wasn't on the smoker too long. But you think about those layers of flavor, right? It was seasoned, it was smoked, it was brought inside. We seasoned each of the elements that we did our batter with, and we put it in the oil. We deep fried it, we let it rest. We've talked enough. That's your bite, sweetie. This is my bite. What do you think?
I like it.
Do you, or you just saying that for the video?
You know, I really, really like it.
Guys, this is so simple. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate you liking our page, following us. We look forward to cooking for you in the future. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
See ya.